Hi there, Political Nigerian here. In this video, we want to look at the Petroleum Industry Act, the one we popularly call PIB. As we know, the PIB had a very long journey from conceptualization to when it became signed into law of about 20 years. But if what we are hearing is correct, the president is sending that law, which was signed just a few months ago, back to the National Assembly for some surgical operations to be done on it. They want some amendments to the act, which is fine. The request by the president has also thrown open opportunities for any one or group of persons or sections of people that are felt aggrieved with any part of that bill. So if we take, for example, the issue of the percentage of funds for the host communities, it has been a thorny issue. The bill provides for 3%. There are agitators for 5%. This would be a good opportunity for those aggrieved persons to now start lobbying for a tweaking or an amendment of the percentage. We could make this kind of argument for just as an example. Many of the agitators are like, it is unfair that producers would have 3% just as those who pipelines pass through their communities would have. Well, the truth of the matter is, the oil and gas exploration business is quite expansive. It does not end at the wellhead. It does not end at production. There are other segments, and it's all part of the business. So you couldn't say, for example, that one aspect is more important than the other. All of them put together makes up the whole. But even if we are to take that logic, that producers and pipeliners shouldn't earn the same percentage, then those who are agitating on behalf of producers could as well say, okay, give core producing communities 5%, while pipeliners take 3%. It's subject to negotiation. The bit of that law that disturbs me, though, is the bit that has to do with the basis upon which host communities will get this 3%. The basis upon which they will get it is that they secure the infrastructure. When I first saw that aspect of the bill, my jaw was on the floor. Because what first came to my head was, gosh, isn't this abdication of responsibility by the federal government? Security of oil and gas exploration assets. How would that be the function of poor villagers, farmers and fishermen, where there is a legitimate government. And then you are saying that for these poor villagers who bear the brunt of the activities of oil and gas exploration, to get their 3% that you are giving to them, they will have to secure those assets. What will they use to secure the assets? Is it fishing nets, sticks, and cutlass? The problem with sabotage associated with oil and gas activities, from the little bit that I know, little bit, is that it is a very well organized, very well funded activities. The kind of monies behind oil and gas pipeline sabotage, and they're not easy monies. And when these guys come to these communities to carry out these criminal acts, they don't come empty-handed, and they don't come with sticks and cutlass. How would host communities use stick and cutlass with fishing nets to battle when these guys to secure? Our lawmakers don't seem to fully appreciate the precarious nature of our host community people. I'll give you an experience. I can't remember the year now, but it's about 15, 17 years ago, thereabout. There was a community. Is that River State or Delta State? I will not mention the name of the community though. But there was this community, just by the banks of the River Niger. Now Delta side be that have been a rivers. Well, never mind. The community reported a case of illegal bunkering to the companies whose assets was being tampered. The company took the necessary action, as required by law. And I think the government sent people down there. But there was a backlash. There was a backlash on the community from the criminals that were chased away. Like I said previously, when these guys come, they don't come easy. They don't come easy. The kind of monies that fund these sabotage activities, not be here. The weapons they come with. And so to expect poor fishermen and farmers in host communities to secure these pipelines, that section of the bill, in my opinion, is problematic. Because when the backlash of this community I'm giving the example came, government was not there to protect them. So you find that in so many host communities, because they know that government is not there to protect them when backlashes occur, they rather keep their mouth shut and go about their business than report cases of criminal sabotage. If you go to the Niger Delta, it is mainly the reason why the kind of activities that are happening there are happening. The federal government cannot abdicate its responsibility to secure lives and property and dump that responsibility on poor villagers. I think it's reckless. That aspect of the law needs to be looked into. Our fellow citizens, our brothers and sisters in host communities are mostly farmers and fishermen. What they know how to do is to throw hook and use cutlass and hoe to farm. They do not have weapons to secure their lives, let alone something else like an asset. Something needs to be done about that aspect of the bill. We need to engage with our lawmakers. We really, really need to engage. We have their phone numbers. We have their email addresses. Let us make them see these things. Why certain aspects, as they have provided, is problematic or would be problematic. The PIB is going back for amendment. If you have any grievance against any aspect of it, now is the time to engage with your senators and House of Rep members. We hope that when we engage, there will be an improvement to that aspect of the bill. There are also other aspects of the bill, in my opinion, that needs review, that needs to be looked into. But of course, everything cannot be done once, everything cannot be done at the same time, and one person cannot see every aspect of what needs to be done, and even in what direction the review or the correction is going to be. But it is important that we engage. Engage for the sake of you and I. Engage. We'll see you in another video.